Bro, do you know? 87% of Bitcoin is controlled by just 1% of people. Crypto, which is supposed to be for financial freedom, has turned into a kingdom controlled by a small elite. How can ordinary people like us get involved when it's like this? Hello, I'm Anton. In the Pi Network Whitepaper Surgery series, this is the second module. We will discuss the major issue that makes first-generation crypto, especially Bitcoin, difficult for ordinary people to access. Get ready, because this will open your eyes to the reality of the crypto world. Disclaimer first, bro. This video purely discusses the contents of the Pi Network whitepaper as they are. I am not adding personal opinions or urging to buy crypto. The purpose is solely for education, backhand index pointing right for pioneers to better understand the coin they hold. Backhand index pointing right for those against Pi Network to see what is actually written in the white paper. So once again, this is purely educational content. Imagine, bro, in the early days of Bitcoin, everyone could join mining just with a laptop at home. No need for special machines, no big capital. You turn on the software, let it run, and once you successfully mine a new block, you immediately get a reward of 50 BTC. Back then, mining was still very easy. Like searching for gold in the river behind your house. Just bring a shovel and a bucket, and you could find a gold nugget. But as Bitcoin became more popular and its price increased, people started thinking, if I use more than one computer, I'll get more results. From there, the competition got tighter. People started building computer farms, and then big companies emerged that specialized in mining. They don't play around, bro, using thousands of machines with special chips called ASICs. Just imagine, from a small hobby in a garage, it turned into a giant industry with warehouses full of machines. If mining used to be like fishing in a village pond, simple, everyone could join. Now it has turned into an industry of giant ships in the deep sea. Those with big capital can pull in abundant results, while ordinary people can only be spectators on the sidelines. Initially, people mining Bitcoin only used laptops at home. But when the price of Bitcoin rose, people started thinking, if I have more computers, the results will definitely be bigger. From there, competition became more intense. Then, specialized machines called ASICs appeared. These machines are designed for one thing, mining Bitcoin. They are much faster and more efficient than regular computers. Once ASICs came out, laptops or home PCs were like screwdrivers trying to dig a mine, meaningless anymore. Large companies immediately seized this opportunity. They built warehouses filled with thousands of ASIC machines, all running 24 hours a day. No joke, the electricity used can match that of a small country. Back then, mining was like a fishing contest in a village pond. Anyone could join with a simple hook. Now, it has become a giant ship industry at sea, using large nets and advanced machines. Those with big capital can harvest a lot, while ordinary people can only gape from the shoreline. Initially, people mining Bitcoin only used laptops at home. But when the price of Bitcoin rose, people started thinking, if I have more computers, the results will definitely be bigger. From there, competition became more intense. Then, specialized machines called ASICs appeared. These machines are designed for one thing, mining Bitcoin. They are much faster and more efficient than regular computers. Once ASICs came out, laptops or home PCs were like screwdrivers trying to dig a mine, meaningless anymore. Large companies immediately seized this opportunity. They built warehouses filled with thousands of ASIC machines, all running 24 hours a day. No joke, the electricity used can match that of a small country. Back then, mining was like a fishing contest in a village pond. Anyone could join with a simple hook. Now, it has become a giant ship industry at sea, using large nets and advanced machines. Those with big capital can harvest a lot, while ordinary people can only gape from the shoreline. Elf field for everyone. But over time, the goals were locked by a handful of elite clubs. Those with big capital can play, the rest can only watch. That's why this centralization becomes a major problem. The initial vision of crypto for freedom has instead turned into a new system controlled by a minority. So, bro, after mining was taken over by giant companies with warehouse-sized ASIC machines, regular people started losing opportunities. If you still insist on owning Bitcoin, there are only two options. First, mine it yourself. But it's definitely tough. You have to buy a special rig costing tens of millions, then compete with server farms whose electricity costs are equivalent to a whole country. The result? It's like fishing with a hook in a pond, but right next to you, a tiger shark trawler is pulling all the fish. Second, buy it on an exchange. Easier, just register, deposit money, and you get Bitcoin immediately. But the price is already sky high. When Pi's white paper was written, 1 BTC was already $3,500. Now it's much higher. Especially for ordinary people, the risk is huge because crypto prices can fluctuate wildly. What does it mean? Small people are getting more desperate. Mining on their own is impossible. Buying is expensive and risky. So, Bitcoin's initial vision, financial freedom for everyone, has turned into an exclusive playground for a handful of people with big capital. If you think about it, bro, Bitcoin has already proven one cool thing. Transactions can run without banks, without third parties. People can freely send money across countries without censorship, without choking administrative fees. That's a huge revolution. But unfortunately, the reality on the ground isn't as ideal as the theory. Because the power and wealth in Bitcoin are becoming more concentrated, ordinary people find it increasingly difficult to join in. Mining is already impossible, and buying is expensive. The result? Many people end up backing out before they even start. They think, crypto is cool, but the risks are too high for me. I'd rather just wait. Pi Core team also found the same thing during research. The main reason people hesitate to get into crypto is because the risks are too high, whether for mining or investing. It's like Bitcoin has already proven that electric cars can go fast. But if only a handful of billionaires can buy them, when will ordinary people get to drive? That's what slows down crypto adoption. There's a big gap between the idea of financial freedom and the exclusive reality. And that's where Pi Network wants to step in, bridging that gap so ordinary people can join from the start without needing giant servers or big capital. So, bro, we've clearly seen the big problem with first-generation crypto. From laptops that used to mine easily, it has now turned into a giant industry dominated by a few people. Ordinary folks are getting more and more squeezed, can't mine, and buying crypto is becoming expensive. Well, Pi Network sees this problem as an opportunity. Their question is simple but deep. How can ordinary people mine again without needing a factory-sized server? The answer turns out to be pretty crazy and bold. Create a mining system that can run just using a phone. Yeah, bro, with just a smartphone in your pocket, you can become part of the crypto network. It doesn't consume a lot of electricity, doesn't require big capital, but remains safe and transparent. In the next module, we'll discuss how Pi Network is building this solution with new technology that's very different from proof of work. So make sure to continue to Module 3, because that's where Pi's main secret begins to unfold. If you want to understand more and enjoy a two-person chat style, don't forget to check out the podcast version of this series. The discussion there is more relaxed, like chatting together while dissecting a white paper. The podcast link is in the description, bro. If you feel this video makes you understand the reality of the crypto world more clearly, don't forget to click like, comment, and share so more people become aware. I'm Anton. See you in Module 3, Pi Network Solution.